hospital authority just finished their building. I seen him. He hollered at me down the street, so I went up there to talk to him. And the one thing I noticed was that there were no kids playing in the street. Sun wasn't down yet. There were no kids in the street. Wasn't nobody sitting on their front porches. There was no community. Nobody was outside. So I asked him, I said, where's everybody at? And he told me, he says, whenever we get done eating dinner, we don't go back outside. I don't know what role the Board of County Commissioners can play or should play and all that right there. And I know that we don't have the expertise to develop any sort of a plan. So it ain't my intent to even try to do that. That's what y'all get paid to do. But what I want to let y'all know is that it's a thing, and whatever I got to do or we got to do, then we're willing to do it.
Well, the west side, that's a bad area. Any time of the day, you can ride through there and get anything you want. So something needs to be done about it.
It's not only a west side issue. It's a issue east side and west side. It's one of those things that we're and I've said this for years, that most of the old folks are prisoners in their own home. They're scared to come out on the porches. They don't have air conditioning, but they got to sit on the inside of the house. You got the loud music, you got the hanging on corners, and there's just no life in the black community over there. And I have people tell me, say, if I go out to country club, do I have to put up with this? I said, no. I wish I could afford to move out there. These guys got the scanners and all. You call the police department and they say, well, I just got a call from Miss Jane on Northeast Martin Luther King, so and so and so and so. They hear what the dispatcher just told their patrolman. So they know that this is the person called. So this person get eggs or windows broke out or being harassed. And then they're scared to call it. I don't give a damn who they are. If they break the law, arrest them. It's just that simple. I think you'll have the support, ain't no thinking that you'll have the support of the community. You don't have to be an Einstein when you sit there, you see people coming in and out, in and out. It's just like this. And I don't mean this to be racist. At 12 o'clock at night, when you see white folks in the black community, they damn sure ain't bringing home the maid. They going to get something from that house. It's just that simple. It would be the same way if I was in the country club at 12 o'clock at night. I'm going to stick out. I'm going to stick out. It's the same thing in our black community. It sticks out. I'm not saying that white folks are buying all this bad again. Mike Collins was on the city council. Don Caldwell and someone else. We got all make it up, you know. They kind of camouflages, and when you couldn't go down the railroad street for they beat on the car. 4 blocks from City Hall. I can't believe this. It's just about that bad again. Jody not lying. Jake's not lying. It's bad, y'all.
It's not the most important reason that something needs to happen, but it's certainly a reason. If you go down here downtown Lake City, you know, there's been a lot of money invested in trying to make downtown a quaint little place. You know, we got brick and all this stuff, but people don't want to come downtown at nighttime. They just, because you know, we had to go and light up the parking lot at the hospital because nurses were scared to death to park to walk into the hospital. Now it's not so bad because it's almost like daytime down there now. But you know, people talking about revitalizing the downtown area and all them things are great and it's all good, but you got to start that with people being able to come down here at nighttime and to participate with the local merchants and do that. So that's another thing. It's certainly not the most important reason to do it, but it is a reason.
Well, certainly this is a grave concern of ours as well, and we have traveled when we looked at the area, kind of scanned it and saw that it is somewhat embedded into the neighborhood, and it is going to take a holistic approach, you know, for this. As a matter of fact, we've been meeting, and that's why I asked Sergeant Bird and others to come with part of the task force to address these issues. I've been asking about our code enforcement, our nuisance abatement, and yes, we can make the street level arrest in terms of the drug transaction. That's something we will start on as well. But it's going to take all of the above in order to eradicate the issues that are the state attorney at the table as well, that when we make the arrest, that those charges are held, they're held accountable for that. But we will be working together with the Sheriff's Department to deal with these issues. And we will start this week in dealing with those issues. But it's going to take all of us. As you say, the resources that are available, it's going to take the entire, all of us to make this completely go away. Be there. We're going to be there. And as I've told you before, if we can get that meeting, we're going to go ahead and start this week in enforcement. But as we tighten in terms of the kind of tactics that we're going to use, it's going to be a huge net. And I can't emphasize that enough, that it is everybody, the code enforcement, the nuisance abatement, the entire gamut of making a difference in it. Because the only way you can eradicate that kind of issue is the weeding and seeding. I'm sure you've heard of that. When you kind of weed things out, the community then has to step up to the plate and replace those kind of things with what they can do for the criminal elements.
I want to thank everybody for coming, but the thing too is that I want to make sure that we don't come out of this meeting with anyone thinking that we didn't think that y'all were not cognizant of the problem and didn't care about it, because I know that me and the sheriff have talked about it on several occasions, and it's a passion to him to do something about it too. Our intent is to try to bring some unity. Not only that, so that the public knows we talking about it and we got a plan. And for us to move forward, the role we play is not one to take a leadership position, because we can't. We don't. Y'all the ones that got all the tools. So I'm assuming then that in order to have this meeting, like you're talking about, that y'all would organize it and just let us know the particulars, and
We have that.
We already have the list,
Yeah.
and we just need to set a date.
Right.
And
I'll contact everybody.
Yeah, get everybody back up, and I think Cindy's got that list too, so just, let's try to get one that's gonna be where we can make sure we get maximum participation again.
And these are just not the community leaders. It will be open for those persons who live in the community
Right.
that can come to that as
Right.
well. And okay, that'd be good. And it's the only reason I'm saying that is just the educational component of it. That's the only reason I'm saying that we come in and do that, because that heads off the complaints as well, to letting them know that we're there to stay.
We're gonna get there. I tell you, I'm excited about the chief being here, and she brings in some good experience, and I think that we're gonna get it all put together where we got a good team going on this thing. We can play off of one another and make some good things happen here in Lake City and Golden County.
we look forward to hearing from y'all. Dale, you got anything? You get off quiet.
Tell me what to do.
Okay. Well, thank y'all so much, and we'll wait to hear.